Yugi here. That was
He's
bad.
here with Creeposaur Inc. or Creeposaur from Creeposaur Inc. So let's just get right into this discussion. I guess it's mainly yours right now, so I'm just tagging along.
Yeah. Um, as I've noticed currently with Konami, they've been like remaking or just adding a bunch of new support to their old decks, like Felgrand, Blue Eyes, Red Eyes, Toon, Dark Magician, Monarch, all of them. So I just want to talk to you about why do you think they're doing this?
Well, I feel like Konami is just they're trying to appeal a lot to their player base as you saw that they're starting to do now because they're putting the Cosmo stuff and they just came out with the Monarchs which are like super budget friendly because the Cosmo stuff is coming out in premium gold, infinite gold, so that's super budget friendly as well. Along with the
Mm-hmm.
Monarchs are $30 metas, so that's just great for those players who can't afford to play those really expensive decks like for instance the Draco Pals. It's super expensive still to play, so it gives
Right.
players a chance who want to get into the competitive scene, a chance at playing meta decks that can actually compete. So also again with them appealing to the player base, I just feel that they are just trying to bring back decks that had a lot of hype back in the day, like how Dark Magician main card main big monster in the game, Yugi's card, along with Blue Eyes being Kaiba's and two fan favorite cards and monsters in the whole game. So that's my opinion on it. That's why I think they're
Hmm.
doing a lot of hype for this deck. So these decks in particular. Felgrand is
Nice
just
one.
a wonky card that I guess I threw in the mix because it's Felgrand.
See, now I have a theory that they are making all these old decks because they are all going to appear in the new movie.
Well, that would make sense because with the new movie, it's taking place in like a different universe.
Mm-hmm.
From what I've been reading. So I guess they just want to like revamp all the monsters and everything and give them all this support so that they can throw all this stuff into the new movie so that they can like redo the first one, season 1, not season 0 cuz season 0 kind of needs to be a thing so that like they have a point where they can remake the season 1 as like a new season where they have Yugi and the Kaiba and everyone back so that they can bring back that nostalgia thing that a lot of the older players that still watch the show, like I watch it every once in a while, can come back and watch something, but it appeals to them more because it has like the whole archetype thing going on, and they can do a whole bunch of like crazy combos that you can relate to when you're playing in real life and stuff like that. So I really think that they're just trying to, as you were saying, that they're just doing it so they can put them in the new movie, but I'm just thinking that they're going to put the whole archetype into it. So that's what I think. One second, gotta go close my door. Sorry, guys. My door was open. I didn't even realize it. Okay, back to the discussion. So, what's your idea? Because that's my theory, my two theories, based upon what you said and what I think. So, what's your theory? Because I've been saying a lot more than you have. So,
I just think that they're kind of like what you said, that they're just gonna revamp them to kind of just introduce them maybe to the newer players. Like, hey, remember Blue Eyes? All of these old players do. Since you're new here, maybe you can actually utilize this. It's good for the new player base because they get to see all the old cards become like all these incredibly strong cards, and then it's good for the old player base because they get to see their fan favorites come back.
yeah, and that's a big thing because as we've seen with shows and stuff like shows in general, when they bring back like fan favorite characters or anything, that the fans go nuts. So if they can bring back a fan favorite card and turn it into a really really effective archetype, and bring back the show like all in one package, that's just gonna make the player base go nuts and the people who watch it go nuts as well, because they'll get that new demographic of the older players coming back to watch the show, which brings them in more money. The older player base will go out and buy those new cards again, because again the decks look like they can be pretty good, especially the Blue Eyes one. That one looks like it can be super good.
Oh yeah.
From what I've seen, depending on what the new ban list does, because we don't know what's going to happen. So
Ooh,
maybe when the new ban list comes out, they're trying to push these new decks to be meta or something. We don't know.
that'd be good. Um, Continuing on this though, I have a question.
Yeah.
What do you think? What old like card or deck do you think is gonna get a like an archetype around it, or just new cards for it?
Well, from what season? Because that's a really broad spectrum to choose from.
I'm just gonna go with either like the original or I'm just gonna go with original season right now.
Well, as we saw, well, here's some Fairground stuff. I'm just on the webpage right now, but as we saw, we got some Red Eye stuff, which didn't do great. People still play it because it's a fun deck to do crazy stuff with. But you know, Harpies get some stuff every once in a while, so those are kind of like out the door and everything. But we got the new Dark Magician stuff coming in. We got the new Blue Eyes stuff coming in. I don't really know what they would do if they were doing the original series. I'm trying to think, because seriously, I haven't watched it in forever. I'm trying to think of a deck that they would give some cool stuff
They
to.
they did introduce a new Celtic Guardian, so they could be like
Yeah, they
introducing
could
an
do something
archetype
for
form.
Celtic Guardian, which would actually be pretty cool. But saying that Yugi, when they did do when the movies come out and when the show came out, they kind of like over time you started seeing him. They would start pushing Dark Magician more and more and more, and over time you wouldn't see like Celtic Guard or Celtic obnoxious Celtic Guardian or whatever as much. So I
Right.
feel like they wouldn't do that as much as they would the Dark Magician stuff as we see that we're doing now. But that would be cool to see, but I don't think that Konami would go out of their way to try and bring back a card that, yeah, is a fan favorite and everything, but they would push the one that they know that they can pull more money out of.
I guess.
They tried with Toons. Toons didn't do too great either. I don't really know, seriously.
Yeah.
Any rare hunter? Well, maybe they could do insect stuff for Weevil. I haven't seen any insect stuff, because I know they're doing the what's it called? What's that insect pendulum thing, or the other one that you're talking about? They came out, right?
Insect Pendulum?
No, it was the one that came out recently. I don't remember the name of them. They're insect and they're weird. They're like cyber insect something.
Digital Bug?
Yeah, digital bugs. Did those come out? No.
No, they're coming out in Shining Victories.
Okay, then never mind. But like if they did something for Weevil, that would be pretty cool to like ramp up his deck, because Weevil is like a fan favorite villain just because he's just so obnoxious. So I could see them doing something for him. Maybe they could do like, I know they have like Bakura and stuff like that, but they didn't really do too much for him. Maybe they could do like a whole Millennium kind of thing, because he was a big player in building upon the whole Millennium items plot line. Without that happening and the whole craziness going on with Battle City, you wouldn't really see much or know more how they explained the whole Millennium item. So maybe they could do an archetype just surrounding a whole bunch of like Millennium beasts and stuff like that, which would be pretty cool. Or like Shadow Realm, you know, because, well, I don't want to cut you off again, but the whole idea of dual monsters came from, you know, the magicians and whatnot doing their Shadow Realm magic craziness. So maybe they could do like one that's based around like Shadow Realm monster or some crap like that. The archetype is of Shadow Realm, so that would be pretty cool to see like what craziness they come up with, that the monsters that we don't see in what they used in the Shadow Realm duels, which would be pretty cool to see actually. So I would think that they would probably do either a Weevil one, because he's a fan favorite villain, and Bakura. Well, not Bakura. What was his name? Maverick? No, not Maverick. What's his name?
Merrick?
Merrick.
Merrick.
I haven't watched the anime in ages, so I don't remember half the people's names. So they would probably do both of those or one of them, because again, fan favorites. I'm gonna keep repeating myself, but yeah, that's my pick. I don't know who you would pick.
I feel like that what you said about the Millennium items could actually be coming true, because as we've already seen, they revealed something called holding arms and holding legs.
And which one is that? It's like a fiendish chain one, because that's broken.
One of them is like a giant Trunade, and the other one's like a fiendish chain.
Yeah, I can see those going up in price so much.
Yeah.
Because they're just reactive and so easy. Like, if they do make an archetype out of that, I wouldn't be surprised if they make a search card, and that would just make that deck broken.
Oh yeah. But the fact that they have the Millennium Eye on both of them kind of suggests that they might do more.
Yeah, which I would like to see a lot of, because everyone's pretty much everyone that's in our age group and a little bit older, high school age and older than that, we watched the anime. So they're like fan favorite stuff. So seeing that stuff again would be really nostalgic and really awesome to see. So that would just be too cool for them. And obviously, I wouldn't be surprised if Konami again would do it, because just to appeal to that player base that did watch the older anime. But I guess they're trying to push more of the new stuff, but again, they're trying to do that whole thing where they jump back in time and bring back all these cool stuff. So I don't really know where they're at right now. So
They could do what is it called, Harpy, because of my.
yeah, but they've done Harpy stuff, but Harpies don't do well. You can play Harpies, but if they do my stuff, they would probably give it like a big boost compared to like everything else that they've done, because over time they've given it stuff slowly, and then if they drop like maybe one card that made the whole archetype like broken, then I would see them doing that. But we'll have to see, because we have to check out the nope, I don't want to do that. Nope. That's a playmat. Yu-Gi-Oh! Sorry about that, guys. We're seeing my playmat history. Oh wow, they updated the list. Not the list in itself, but they updated what the background looks like. Or did they? Okay, yeah. It's like white background now. That's new. I was thinking that if they updated the background, that they would have updated the list, and then we could have just done a review at the same time. But that doesn't look like it's happening. Oh yeah, also Burning Abyss, Premium Gold, Infinite Gold. Let's go.
Oh yeah.
That's a thing. But also, just because I'm looking at the ban list again, based upon what new stuff they're coming out with, the Dark Magician, Blue Eyes, the Felgrand, and all these revamped old cards, what do you think they'll pull off the ban list? Or if they do put anything back on the ban list, what do you think that they'll do?
I really just want to see some kind of spell and trap removal come back. Just Trunade or Feather Duster or Heavy Storm. Even though they love pushing the Pendulum monsters, I really just want to see one of those cards come back.
Yeah, like, even if they brought it back for like one format, like they did the Snatch Steal, it would be cool for those players that have just been watching these cards stay on the ban list for like ages come off. But I don't know what they would take off in terms of spell and trap card destruction. I feel like they would, if anything, they would take off Heavy Storm if they were doing like a mass destruction one, so that pendulums like can get nerfed, because pendulums are annoying to deal with. Because I can see the whole Arrow Mage thing, how you can pull off those crazy locks as long as you have the like pendulum scale set, right?
Yeah.
Like that could be a thing, or they can like pull off Giant Trunade. I see them pulling off Giant Trunade more.
Did you just say Arrow Mage?
Yeah, is that the Arrow Mages, the ones that pull off like some crazy locks?
No. Those are the plant things. Amorphage is the one you're thinking about.
Oh, that one. Well, yeah, those ones creating crazy locks. I feel like they would probably take up like Giant Trunade or Heavy Storm, so that one, you inflicting damage to yourself at the same time. But we have all this stuff like Wavering Eyes that you could side in, and so I don't really know. I think that the list wouldn't change all that much. I feel like they would probably hit some stuff for the on the current format, so that the Dark Magician stuff and the Blue Eyes stuff could be, you know, a thing to be reckoned with.
Right.
But I don't know myself. I was just wondering what you would say. But I'm really excited for this new stuff to come out.
As am I.
Like, we were running out of time, so I couldn't find a list for the Dark Magician stuff. But yeah, we got like Blue Eyes, Spirit Dragon, Priest of the Eyes of Blue, Priestess of the Eyes of Blue, Protector of the Eyes of Blue, Sage of the Eyes of Blue, the White Stone of Antiquity. I think that's the White Stone of Legend. I don't know. These are like all like Japanese names, I guess. Blue Eyes. Yeah, that's the same thing. So I guess that's all the new stuff. You can pull off some crazy combos. So I guess we're coming down to the wire here in terms of time, correct?
Yeah, like 1 minute.
All right, so I guess we're gonna have to sign off here, right?
Yeah.
So I'm gonna assume we got our point across of what we think is going on, because this is really just more of a discussion, if anything. So it's kind of open-ended. We would really, because we're both putting up this video on both of our channels, at some point or another. I'll probably let him put his up first, so that I can do it later or whatever you want to do. But leave your comments in the comment section below, so we can see what you guys what you guys would like to see happen.
Or what you think it should come back with new cards.
Yeah. I had a lot of fun doing this one. This one was fun. We should do more of these.
Yeah.
One thing, hopefully in the future, we can. Jeez, I can't talk right now. We can do some live action duels, because I had some recorded, but they deleted themselves. And 2, some Yu-Gi-Oh! Pro duels between me and you. My Yu-Gi-Oh! Pro won't allow me to do duel replays. I don't know why. So we'll have to I'll have to record mine doing its thing live, recording or whatever. So yeah, that's some stuff I want to do in the future. But
all right,
I guess we're just gonna sign off now because we have no time left. So thanks for watching. Like, subscribe, and all that stuff.
Like and everything.
All that stuff.
See ya.
Later.